Oh my god.
Welcome back to Flamingly Unfiltered. My name is Thomas.
And I'm Zachary.
This is our podcast where we explore the intersection of the internet and gay culture
Tackle Reddit's wild stories
and whatever else the fuck we want. Because not only are we flaming,
we're unfiltered.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Hi, guys. It's me, Nikki.
it's me, Wiener Sweater.
Wiener Schnitzel Sweater.
I just thought of this like before you hit intro that I'm like in my shorts. I'm very like summery, and here you are in your full winter garb. I'm just like so hot right now.
You've been doing a lot, so understandable. And then I was like, I haven't worn this anywhere yet, so this is the debut of my wiener shirt.
Your wiener shirt.
I got this at a garage sale.
Sorry, I should have opened this before.
Wow, unprofessional. But yeah, it's an old grandma sweater, and it had Kleenex in the pockets when I got it.
And did you use them?
I did.
Did you need them?
I needed them.
You're like, weird, I needed this.
Like, perfect. These used boogery Kleenexes.
You're like, thank God, I was wondering what I was gonna jack off into.
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
That's terrible.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes.
Wieners and jacking off.
I was just telling Zach that I didn't know that dachshunds were wiener dogs. Probably like until I was, 29, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I learned in high school that they were the same thing.
And I think in my mind, I just thought dachshund, like, I don't know what I thought in my mind dachshund was.
Yeah.
With this lighting, I've decided that I have a very prominent eyebrow.
Yeah.
So maybe...
I put in new grow lights right above Thomas, so that's why it's so bright. It's like heavenly. Very nice. And he's growing.
Wait, he's growing?
Because you're under grow lights.
Oh my god, you guys. So we saw The Boy in the Blue Heron.
Yes, it was good.
So good. No spoilies, because it like literally just came out.
It's very pretty, very visually
3
nice.
days ago.
Visually nice.
Very nice. I mean, obviously, like any Studio Ghibli film, it's going to be very visually striking. But this one did not take its normal, because I feel like the other Studio Ghibli movies are very like plot. It was giving Mother.
Yeah.
Like by Jennifer Lawrence.
It was, that is a F rating.
Which it was not F rating. Mother was way too crazy.
Too stressful. And I hated every second of it.
With Mother, you truly had no idea what was going on. And I would say mid Boy in the Blue Heron, I was like, okay, this is a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not, we know who the character is. This is the world that they live in. This is the conflict. This is the resolution. It's not like that. It's just a little bit different.
I did not figure it out until you Googled it and told me the answer.
Yeah.
I
didn't know.
Pretty.
I didn't know that's what the metaphor was.
Yeah.
But
I still liked it. I liked all the characters. And I think it's funny that Robert Pattinson was the voice of the blue, what was it, heron?
Yeah, I didn't, when the character first came on the screen, like, obviously it's not his normal voice. It's...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not Edward as a character. It's a way different voice.
Dear mother, she's awaiting your rescue. I'll be your guide.
Which is cool because I think it shows his acting
his variability or whatever.
He is also a very beautiful singer. I used to have all of his all of his songs on my MP3 player.
See, I did not know that. So
yeah, he's a really good singer.
But his portfolio.
There we go.
Has expanded
mm-hmm.
because he is definitely a good voice actor. I did not think it was him. Like how I just saw a clip of Ash Ketchum, played by a woman.
So I'm here at New York Comic Con, and Pikachu, I choose you.
Oh, yep.
And how they like get into their voice, and it doesn't sound like them. I'm like, Ash Ketchum is behind you speaking right now. It's so weird.
That's like Bart Simpson.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. I have an announcement to make. I'm bored.
Izzy from Digimon.
No, the best thing about snowballs is that you can throw them at each other. It's a fun game that we play in the winter months.
And she actually plays a lot of characters.
The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
Remember back in the alley? Well, that was my dog you gave him to. The name is Doughboy.
Yeah, I think voice actors are crazy. And then when you
like
see
how they just change their voice or whatever, you know? It's like
yeah,
so crazy.
it's like they can change like all the.
Yeah, they have control over everything. It's so weird.
I have no talents at all.
I can. You know what I always say when you're like doing this, doing that. You have so many talents. Shut the fuck up right now.
I don't know. I'm like,
boy who has many talents. Oh, I don't have any talent.
I don't know. I don't do anything good.
I think everybody watching this podcast that knows you personally, that's a farce.
That's a farce.
Yeah. Whenever Zach's like doing something, he's like, look what I did and whatever else. I'm like, wow, I just made a fart today.
Every time I'm like, so funny. Every time.
Okay. I wanted to, so first some, what is it called?
Updates.
Updates, I guess.
Okay.
Clean up. For Spotify, I'm going to start putting the video on there because that's where everybody's listening. Because I think that's our primary focus also is video. Like I even was talking to you one day. I was like, I want this, it feels like I want it to be more of like a show instead of just a podcast.
Production.
Yeah. Kind of like a variety show.
There we go. I like that.
Okay, but also some cleanup from yesterday's last episode. We talked about Billie Eilish coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Billie Eilish, since then, has made another post on Instagram. This is the story, or this is the timeline of events. Billie Eilish had that Variety interview, and I played it in the last episode, insinuated that she was at least bisexual because she's dated men in the past. But then that Variety, like the interview after, really emphasized it and was like, did you mean to come out?
Yeah.
But she didn't mean to come out. She didn't. So this is the post that Billie posted afterwards. Thanks, Variety, for my award and also outing me on a red carpet at 11 a.m. instead of talking about anything else that matters. I like boys and girls. Leave me alone about it. Please, literally, who cares? Stream What Was I Made For? Which is so true. Like, I think the world and us, it's like, Billie Eilish is lesbian. Like, yes, we've acquired another one. And for us, it makes sense because it's like, we have another one on our team.
Yeah. And we just like, I like it. I love it when people come out. Like, I've had a couple people come out to me, when they were younger and they were just like unclear and stuff like that. And it's like, it just makes my heart like so like fill up, but yeah, we kind of obviously.
Well, I don't think what we did was wrong necessarily, but the whole world just like blowing up and being like, well, oh my God, she's lesbian. She didn't actually say what her sexuality was.
That's true.
And even in this post, she says, I like boys and girls, leave me alone. Does that mean that she's bisexual? Does that mean that she's pansexual? Who knows? Like, she never said any of that.
Yeah.
She just said,
girls are pretty.
Yeah, girls are pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's a good reminder for the world.
Yeah.
That there are far more interesting things about a person.
There are far, far better things than I know.
That was another Simple Wish reference.
That's from?
Yes.
That
I do now. Is the... Because
the dad.
Yeah, the dad is.
My voice is cracked.
And he had frogs in his throat. Remember?
Oh yeah. See, it's a variety show here. Need to like edit a frog coming out of like,
another Simple Wish reference. I love it, and it's so true. Who cares?
Who cares?
I mean, we do because it's our podcast, and that's what we talk about is gay things.
But everybody just.
I
wanted to say it. Simple.
I feel like it is so very common. This is just my personal anecdote. I know if I am introduced to somebody and I'm not there, 9 times out of 10, it's, oh, this is Thomas. This is my gay friend.
Oh.
And I'm not like saying that's a bad thing. I just know that is like what people care about.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
It's a descriptor.
Yeah.
It's like this, like they could say, this is Thomas. He's, 6'3". He's married and has 2 dogs, but then there people will be like, I don't know, and then you're like my gay friend.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Because a lot of my friends are girls too. This is more of a girl thing, I would say. Like questions arise like, oh, he's male, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of the first things that females say, like, oh,
like, is this a boyfriend?
Right.
No, this is my gay friend Thomas.
Yeah. And also that's like true. I think a lot of people are like curious about it, and you as the secret holder, which isn't a secret because I'm out, you want to spill that tea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I don't blame anybody for, of course, but I just know that is like how the world operates.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like when Billie Eilish, you know, comes out, everybody's just, oh my God, because it's like a secret.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, you know, I think it's just the world, and one day being gay won't be a secret.
Right.
Like taboo.
Yeah, there we go.
Because like even like in our personal lives, you know, internet versus personal lives, I think our personal lives are, I wouldn't say homophobic, but like, you know, the workplace and all this and all that, and the average person I'm sure is homophobic.
You think so?
In our personal lives?
Oh,
like if you go to like the grocery store, throw a dart and who it lands on, do you think it'll be homophobic? I think so.
Maybe.
Because we live in like a red state kind.
That's true.
Our state is blue.
Our town.
Yeah, we live in a red county.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think if I've had any. I don't think I've had any weird.
I've never had like a personal interaction where it was like homophobia.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to interview somebody and say like, hey,
I wonder how. So our neighbor,
gay rights or whatever.
Our neighbor, he's kooky, but he's nice, but he's a Trump supporter. No, he's a Trump supporter.
Oh, the other neighbor.
no, that's No, we're safe with that guy.
Yeah.
He's a Trump supporter and he loves guns and he talks to me about guns all the time, and I'm like, guns are for murderers in my opinion. You know, he moved in and he was like, hey, you know, this is me and my daughter are gonna move in because it's like a split level house. I'm new to the neighborhood. What's up? Who's good? Who's bad? Is this a nice neighborhood? And I was like, yeah, it's just me and my husband Thomas. He was actually not. I don't know. Either he's a really good actor, which I don't think, because I think he's a little kooky.
He's the one that snow blows.
Oh my God.
Or yeah, leaf blows the snow
for hours and hours and hours and hours. Like not even being dramatic. It's like half a day.
With a leaf blower will blow his sidewalk
or blow the leaves, and it's like.
So when it transitions from fall to winter, it's still there. He's still using that freaking leaf blower.
Yeah, for everything. And he was very nice, and he's like, okay, because he was like trying to think. He's like Zach and Thomas, like just he was like trying to remember, which I think is also respectful, you know, to try to remember people's names.
Yeah, I think we're in a day and age where
it's just weird that you can like literally vote for a white supremacist dictator leader and like still
be neighborly,
yeah. You know, like. I think
right, it's surface level. The surface level homophobia is gone.
Yeah.
But then it's like
that's a good way to put it.
Well, it's the what is it?
But secretly
systemic homophobia.
Yeah. Secretly
that's still there.
He's over there plotting our murder.
Right. Well, maybe not, but like
just me being dramatic. No, he's very nice.
Like if he were like to run for office, let's say.
Yeah.
He probably would say that like girls should be in the girls' restroom and boys should be in the boys' restroom.
Gays are an abomination.
Yeah. But like talking to you, he's not going to be like, oh, faggot.
Just kidding. No, he's very nice.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because it's hard to hate very nice people.
I know. And maybe that's why he does it. Because like
he's annoying, which is the thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to hate annoying, nice people.
Yeah.
Jamie Lynn Spears has his leg amputated. Did you hear that?
Did it actually get cut off?
Yeah, it actually got cut off. You want to know how I found out about this? This is the post. And I'm like, I don't get it. So then I read the comments and I'm like, oh my God.
That's really funny.
How did I like...
That's really funny.
How did I miss this news? And two, how is this how I found out?
Well, have you seen him? He looks like he's about to die.
You want to know what? Osama bin Laden, Jamie Lynn Spears,
and then Jamie Lynn what?
Donald Trump.
Oh, and then
actually no, Donald Trump would be second probably, but
they're close, man.
Most hated people in the world. I think.
Then Britney's sister.
Yeah,
into that.
I think we hate Britney Spears a little, or
Jamie Lynn. The little sister. Isn't that her name? Jamie Lynn as well? Who cares? Isn't that her name? Jamie Lynn Jr.?
It is.
I think so.
But isn't the dad Jamie too?
Yeah. The dad is not Jamie Lynn Spears.
It's not Jamie Lynn, but it's Jamie.
That's what you said. Jamie Spears.
Jamie Spears.
Lynn is the mom. Jamie Lynn is the kid.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
I love all the
Jamie Lynn Spears, because that's how I said it when I first. I was like, Jamie Lynn Spears lost her leg, but no, Jamie, dad.
Here's Thomas starting rumors, wrong, invalid.
Just everybody in the Spears' family just legless at this point,
except Brittany, and she's like,
she's dancing. That's why she's been dancing this whole time.
I love the TikToks and whatever about Jamie Lynn Spears is like, hi, I'm Jamie Lynn, and I'm most famous for being an actress and a singer. And everyone's like, no, you're famous for being a cunt. Like, everyone hates you.
No, you're famous for being Britney Spears' sister.
That's the only thing you're famous for.
And we still have to finish that book, too. But every freaking... that audio, like, we're listening to the Britney Spears book.
It's good.
I'm like clinging onto every word because I'm like, oh my God, this is so... Like, number one, interesting to finally get to tell all of one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
From their perspective, because our whole lives, it was basically a farce. It was all a lie.
Everything was painted a glitter, and she's like,
not even painted glitter. Like when her and Justin broke up, and they all like attacked her for dumping him.
Yeah.
And then she had her like mental break, and how she was like an unfit mother.
Yep. The kids have been taken away from her, all that sad stuff.
So and it's like she was like less than 25. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Very sad news.
No.
Sophie, the cock destroyers.
Oh yeah.
Passed away. Did we figure out what she passed away from?
No, but her husband passed away 3 weeks earlier. So it's kind of like it's reminding me of Brittany Murphy and her husband. So Brittany Murphy died of pneumonia, which is like, how do you die of pneumonia? One, in this day and age, and two, she was like 27 or something like that. And then her husband died of the exact same thing like 3 months later or 6 months later. And I'm like, that's suspicious. So that's a situation where I feel like they're on an island somewhere with Michael Jackson.
Right.
So it's like, clearly there's something in that house, or they ate or drank the same things, or
I know she had a really major complication with one of her breasts.
Yeah, it exploded.
Yeah.
But why would he die then?
Well, right. But I'm just saying, like, maybe
her boob explodes and he dies. She's like, oh.
Shrapnel.
Oh,
no, this is not funny, because she was such a nice person. And one of her last tweets: I just want to say that I truly love you all. Remember, if you are lonely, I'm thinking of you, and I know how it feels to be alone. I want you to know that you are beautiful and sexy, and I love you.
That's really nice.
So sad.
Yeah.
Reggie just... Okay, so... The mic doesn't pick this stuff up, and so when it happens live, we don't say anything, and we just giggle. But if we ever stop talking and we're like, usually I edit it out because it doesn't not make sense. And we'll just be like talking, then stop and stare, and then giggle, and then carry on or whatever. And so I have to edit it out because it does not come on the mic.
Doesn't fit.
So if that ever happens, just know that Reggie's like,
he's a really loud snorer. He snores almost as loud as Thomas.
The slander. I will admit, sure, I snore, but so fucking yeah.
False slander on my part.
I had like a little gayness.
A game.
Gay
game.
So Baldur's Gate 3. Mm-hmm. You're aware of it.
Yep.
Won Game of the Year. So Baldur's Gate 3, for those of you who do not know, it's Dungeons and Dragons, but there's no like dungeon master, obviously, because the game is the dungeon master, and so you can play with 4 people. It's really cool. There's a lot of gay, lesbian, pan, non-binary, like Carlax non-binary, Astarians pansexual, a lot of like LGBTQIA characters in it, which is super fun and awesome. There's a lot of romance in this game. There's a huge romance arc. You see penis and vagina. Like there's whole sex scenes, which is, whatever. But there's two characters, Dame Aylin, and she has a wife. It's her wife. And there was a mod, which if you don't know what a mod is, it's like 99% of PC games you can install a mod and it'll alter the game. So like some mods will add more like hairstyles and like face makeups. There was one mod that turned Dame Aylin into a male to make the relationship, heterosexual. But the gays win today because they removed that mod.
Oh.
Because that is such an integral, like, homosexual relationship in the game that the mod makers removed the mod because we have so many heterosexual relationships in games. So to remove the one that we have that's integral and they don't die and they're like heroes of the game.
Yeah, why even add that in there then?
Because it was the mod was to change Dame Aylin to Sarah Aylin.
Sarah, for why?
You know, the straights, they want everything.
They have to take everything away from us all the time.
But yeah, there's community backlash saying that it served to make Galarian's popular RPG less diverse, which is so true. Like, so why true. Remove diversity?
Yeah,
and make it
be like, let's just.
If you want a heterosexual relationship, go to game A, B, C, D through Z. Right. There's 3 million of them.
Let's add a mod to make all the black players white.
Yeah,
let's do that.
What?
I regret wearing this hat. My head is very itchy.
Do you want to change it?
No.
Okay. And now you may hit the heart.
Hit the heart. Where's the heart? Heart.
So last week God. I brought you Yassified Wolverine. Here I bring you Yassified Barbie Harry Potter.
What? Does that cat not have eyes? Interesting.
You know, some people say AI is going to take over the world and it's going to be a bad thing.
I like that one.
I think it's a good thing.
I think this is funny. That one's good. It's like cotton candy.
Yeah.
That one's cute. That one's pretty. I like the dress. That'll be a new segment.
Yeah.
Yesified something.
Yeah. We can go over to the gay of the day. These are a few of our favorite things. This is our segment where we talk about our favorite things of the day / week. And you went first last time, so I'll go first this time.
Okay.
My gay of the day, this person isn't actually gay, or at least hasn't come out because they were asked, and I'll get into that. But they create very gay things, and this is the artist I Am Jake Hill, You're Pretty, Dixon Dallas.
Oh, yep.
And he's on my list because I actually just learned that he has... So I knew about You're Pretty, which is pop gay movie or gay songs. And then Dixon Dallas, which is country gay songs. Yep. But he has a third alias, which actually I think is just his name, Jake Hill. Mm-hmm. I think his name is actually Jake Hill. But his third alias, I Am Jake Hill, is like rap / like rock.
Oh.
And I didn't know that. Which is like, I Am Jake Hill isn't as gay as You're Pretty and Dixon Dallas. But I bumped into his music and it's really freaking good.
Oh, you'll have to show me later.
Yeah, I'll actually just play this one song, By the Sword.
I feel like I've heard this.
I played it a couple times. Why he's like considered gay, like that's why he's the gay of the day, is because he makes a lot of gay music with You're Pretty and Dixon Dallas. If anybody knows, like, you're bouncing out my booty cheeks.
It's very vulgar.
It's very vulgar, but it brings me so much joy because it's the first I've ever heard an artist be like gay and vulgar in the same, because I feel like our gay songs are like a guy singing about a guy, but they don't use like any pronouns, or so it's like unisex or
it's
whatever.
Supposed to be a secret relationship.
Yeah.
Something, it's a hidden relationship.
But we don't get no wet ass pussy. Yep. We don't get no wet ass pussy. We don't get any of that. Male rappers talking about women's, boobs and vagina. We don't get any of that.
Yeah.
So for somebody to like actually make music like that,
yep,
it's just refreshing to hear. Like my ears actually like perk up, and I like, obviously it's not like I can't decide if I like vulgar music or I just find it funny, because I think it is funny to be like so absolutely asinine vulgar in a song, like he's kissing on my pussy.
Yeah,
I just think that's so funny.
Well, I think it's both. I think it's good because it's funny and it's cheesy, but
like sexuality isn't like a.
But it's also good music. If it was
so good.
If it was dirty and it's kind of like Hollywood Undead. It's vulgar and awful, but it's good music. So
and like wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
Wop wop wop. I mean, that's a historical song now. Like that will go down in history as one of the best songs. Just striking and like.
I love songs like that when like women empowerment songs.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I like, because it's like Cardi B is like, always, I'm getting laid.
It's always been dudes rapping about fucking bitches and tits and ass and all this and all that, and that's always been like accepted.
Yep.
And so for women to like WAP will go down in history as like a part of the feminist movement.
Yeah,
for sure. And so I just think like music like this too, like gay empowerment, like I think this music will go down in history too.
Yeah.
Which I also think is a genius business move to come up with an alias. Because I didn't know about his I Am Jake Hill alias until he came out with new music, and then I'm like, so you're this person too.
Yeah.
I just think it's so genius to separate, like if you want to do genres, like different genres and stuff, to name your profile a different name.
Yeah.
So it's like when Lady Gaga, like when Lady Gaga and Beyonce like branch out, you kind of like, you're like, oh, like when Beyonce had that one country song, which I don't even think it's country. I think it's more, south, and
it's more southern.
It's country, but I don't know how to explain it. But people criticize it because it's like, stay in your lane.
Oh yeah. Well, that was like when Lady Gaga did her kind of country album.
Yeah,
like,
people are like, stay in your lane.
Yeah, they're like, you're weird, kooky pop star, and you did this country album, and
but it was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
And so like I think to come up with an alias so people aren't like biased right off the bat, I think that's such a genius move. So when you're listening to Dixon Dallas, you're listening to country, like gay country.
Yeah.
And when you're on Your Pretty page, it's going to be pop gay.
Yeah.
And so if something were to differ, it would be in his other alias, and then you're just free to do whatever you want in those aliases. I just think that's such a clever move.
Yeah. 3 times as publicity, 3 times the
3
albums,
chances,
3 chances for
3
merch.
hats. Like literally, he like what turns around, puts on his country hat, and then now he's Dixon Dallas. Like so clever.
Well, and he's so like he's so talented because he can sing. He can sing all these things.
But I had mentioned that he isn't actually gay. But he just, so this is what happened. So when questioned about queerbaiting during an August 2023 interview with Pride, he has shared that he enjoys producing music that is contrary to the conservative Southern culture he was raised in. Hill elaborated that, I haven't disclosed my sexuality. I could be gay, I could be straight, I could be bi. At the end of the day, I feel like it doesn't matter. Along with Billie Eilish. I just think that is so true.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? But in this... he was asked about queerbaiting.
Oh, yeah.
And he says that, like I just haven't disclosed my sexuality and it doesn't matter. I just like making music that contradicts the conservative Southern culture. And I think that is so cool.
Yep. I think that's awesome.
Because it's like so true. Like you've seen the TikToks where they play Dixon Dallas like on the bar radio. Oh, love that shit. Yeah, the people are like, what? Freak it out. And you can tell who like recommended the song because they're just like giddy.
They're in the corner.
So
they're like,
funny.
Wee!
I just love that shit, like going against the grain for that, purpose.
Yeah, that is fun.
First live debut in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh yeah, we're looking at. I looked at his tickets.
It's all in the South.
Oh, I thought he came to Minnesota.
No.
I thought he was coming to like First Ave or something.
So yeah, by the time that this episode airs, his new EP will have already been dropped. That's my gay of the day.
Gay.
Not necessarily gay, but still, it's for the gays. It's not gay, but it's for the gays.
It's a side gay.
I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside.
But that's all I freaking got. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Well, mine is a little bit longer because I wanted to tell kind of a side story. So my story is about Cal Calamia. Made history when he became the first transgender person to win the New York City Marathon in the race's non-binary division.
Say that again?
I'll just read the little blurb.
Okay.
So a 27-year-old marathon runner and inclusivity activist Cal Calamia made history when he became the first transgender person to win the New York City Marathon in the race's non-binary division.
Ooh.
It kind of triggered another gay famous person in sports history, Greg Louganis. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
He is a famous diver, and he had a book that I found called Breaking the Surface, and I read it probably once a year since like the time I found it. I think it's gays in sports are interesting. Like now I think it's obviously more relevant and people really don't care as long as you're a good sports.
Oh, they're still caring.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, they care
especially
about
transgender. They're still caring about that.
That I know is a big deal. No, but I wanted to talk about him because I really like that book and you should really read it. And I just think gays in sports are interesting because I think Bruce Jenner, he ruled the world in sports and then became Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner is a piece of shit, but it's still kind of a cool milestone, if you think about it in the sports aspect of it, whereas like this transgender person was toying with being transgendered throughout their whole career, being a young person, and then they're still a huge famous sports person. And Bruce will always be a very important sports figure, and then Caitlyn became Caitlyn, and now she's a Kardashian spinoff situation, but still super crazy famous. And that was kind of like what Greg Louganis was supposed to be. He is an American Olympic diver who won gold medals at the 1984 and 88 Summer Olympics on the springboard and platform. He is the only man and the second diver in Olympic history to sweep the diving events in consecutive Olympic Games. He's been called both the greatest American diver and probably the greatest diver in history.
Wow.
He won 2 titles at the World Championships in 1982, where he became the first diver in a major international meeting to get a perfect score of 10 from all 7 judges.
Dang.
10s across the board.
Yeah.
At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, he struck his head on the springboard during the preliminary rounds, leading to a concussion. He completed the preliminaries despite his injuries, and that was a big deal because if you're gay in the 80s, you have AIDS, period. And so a lot of people were freaking out because he bled in the pool. And so people were like, do we have to shut the pool down for the day? Everybody's going to get AIDS. Everybody's going to get AIDS now.
Wouldn't they normally have to drain the pool?
No, because it was such a small amount of blood.
Oh, and chlorine, I suppose.
The chlorine kills blood immediately. So, and then
even if somebody had AIDS, it would be gone instantly.
You would have to have an open wound directly in contact with the pool, with the pool water. That was like the most condensed portion of his blood, and then it's still a maybe. You know, so but
but it would be dissipated,
but it would be
instantly,
yeah. So
and killed.
Yeah, it would be killed immediately. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be such like a weird occurrence if you were to get AIDS. And then, like, if you think about it, it was such like a little bit of blood compared to an Olympic sized pool,
right?
So it would have been super diluted anyway. But it doesn't matter. People were like, "Gay has AIDS," and he does. He did have AIDS at the time. Or HIV. Sorry, I don't know which one it was. And, you know, it was assumed he would just blow up after the Olympics like Bruce Jenner did, because he was, you know, so amazing and so great. But a lot of people, and he did do things. He was on the cover of Wheaties, and he did do, you know, TV things with sports. But a lot of people assumed he didn't blow up as big as he could have because of homophobia.
Yeah.
Which is super shitty because he was so talented. But he went on to do some TV and movie acting, and he did an off-Broadway show, Jeffrey. Have you ever seen Jeffrey the movie?
Mm-mm.
It's a good movie. I have it. We should watch it. It's about this gay guy, and he's trying to navigate falling in love with a man with HIV. And you know, I'm pretty sure we watched it. But in 1996, he wrote his book, Breaking the Surface, and he detailed lots of things when he was growing up with his relationships with domestic abuse and rape, which is super shitty. And I'm pretty sure that's how he got HIV/AIDS, is because of rape.
Damn.
Yeah, and dealing with like depression, and you know, he did all the teenager things and acting out and stuff like that too, because of, you know, his abuse and stuff like that. Obviously, he went on to overcame all those things and did great things. And now he's now retired, and he participates in dog competitions.
Cool.
So,
like
agility competitions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
you know, way back
you
then,
could say Greg walked so Cal could run.
Yep. Literally.
No, that's
yeah. Yeah, so that's my gay of the day, is my little love of Greg Louganis.
What's the book about?
It's called Breaking the Surface. It's just about his younger years, because he was adopted.
Oh, so it's like
it's his autobiography. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
So
homosexuality.
Yay, gay stuff.
Gays of the day.
Gays of the day. Reggie's getting super comfy under the pillow.
Oh.
I feel like I should bring in a blanket for him.
We still have 12 more minutes, so let's read some Reddit stories.
Yep, Reddit stories. Reddit stories.
Reddit stories. My first one, what's your pet's official name?
Oh, good question.
And then what is the name that you call them? So Reggie, his name is Reginald Maximus Harrington, right?
Yep, full title.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I forgot. But we call him Reggie, obviously, or Reggie baby, or little baby.
He's a little perks up.
A little Reggie baby. I call him baby a lot. Oh, baby. Hey, baby.
He is our little baby. And then Beans is just Beans.
But he's Lima Bean. He's Pinto Bean.
About 400 names.
He's little Couscous.
Our little Garbanzo.
Our Garbanzo Bean.
Our little Coffee Bean.
I have activated
our little Lima Bean.
Our green bean. Jelly Bean.
I call him Jelly Bean the most.
Yeah, Jelly Bean's a good one.
Yep. And he'll come to Alice. And then there's Alice,
who's the beautiful princess,
sweet baby angel.
Sweet baby angel.
I have my Alice tattoo. Yeah, sweet baby angel, beautiful princess, stunning,
gorgeous,
awesome, amazing, beautiful creature in the world.
And our probably most used, get the fuck. And I'm just
get out of the goddamn car.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two go by. They will answer.
Get the fuck out of the way.
They will answer to go away. That's not nice.
No,
that's a good one. That's funny. Yeah,
I like Beans as, and we've talked about like, is he a singular bean? So should we call him Bean, or is it plural beans and we call him Beans?
Beans.
But if his name was Bean, that'd be cute too.
Just one bean.
One singular. He is just one little singular bean. Look at him. Beans was like, his head was like underneath my leg, and I thought it was like his legs or something. And so I went to go move it with such vigor and violence that I was like, oh my God, that's your head, dude. Why is your head like under my leg? Like, you don't notice that? That your head is being crushed by the weight of my leg?
Oh no, he didn't care. Once Beans is sleeping, he is dead to the world.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he touches
like, yeah, you get next to his butt. Then he gets a little pissed.
Am I the asshole for requesting my BF to delete strippers from TikTok? For context,
BF boyfriend, right?
Boyfriend, yep. For context, I don't mean he follows them. In fact, I'd be less bothered by that. I mean, he used to take trips to big cities and frequent strip clubs. In addition to this, he posts these endeavors on his TikTok, clips of one stacked, clips of ladies twerking, and mostly disturbing chicks dancing on his dick. What a choice of words.
Like actually dancing on his dick?
Yeah, I guess dancing on his dick. Bouncing
off my booty cheeks.
I don't use TikTok. I don't care for it personally. So I hadn't thought about his own TikTok account until someone brought it to my attention, in which I immediately flushed red with embarrassment and fury. Yep, that's him, I say. Granted, I was passive aggressive in my original reminder of, hey babe, there's what? There's still hoes in your TikTok. I was a bit heated, and not that it's any excuse. I'm halfway through a pregnancy with his baby. Ooh.
So this is old? Like
she went through an old TikTok and he still had chicks on there. But then he's currently doing it as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's both. He agreed upon entering the relationship to leave strippers in the past. Can't he leave the videos of them twerking on him in the past too? Update, he didn't remove the post. I told him I myself came across the profile and I didn't say I was shown by somebody else. He laughed and stated that as soon as I saw the $1 bills and stacks, I should have known what was coming and closed the video. It is what it is, and I'm just trying to move on from it.
I mean, that's the thing about a relationship is like if you're uncomfortable with something, like, no, you're not the asshole if you're uncomfortable with the situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's just your boundary. But yeah, if he's not, I mean, you're pregnant with them, so maybe like you should have figured that out before,
right?
All of that. But yeah, I mean, like, you're not the asshole that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it just does. I think it's out of a place of insecurity for sure. But if he's currently going to strip clubs, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
because like I think the thing about like strip clubs, especially for men, I think, is that there's like this fantasy that you're gonna get laid.
Oh yeah.
I've never been to a strip club. I guess, like, would you classify it as a strip club, the loon or the saloon? I think so. There's a freaking man taking a shower for dollars.
For dollar bills.
I think it's a strip club.
I don't know. I think and
there's men everywhere dancing.
I guess I picture a strip club specifically. You go there to see
a stripper get a lap dance,
somebody get naked. Versus that's just like an event at the saloon.
Yeah, I think so. Like going to the saloon or going to the strip club, very same scenario. Like you're going to see dicks,
wieners. I think also she would have never, because I've never dug through your Facebook when you had it or your Instagram. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna go digging.
Yeah, the past is the past. I don't really.
Yeah, so if her friend would have never said your dude has videos of strippers, she would have never found them.
And like deleting, like I think that's insecure, like asking them to delete past posts.
Yeah.
Like I get like leaving strippers in the past and just not posting about it in the future or whatever, but
yeah, just
to like retroactively go back, and I think that's a little much. I think stripping, it's not like, yeah, it's sexual in nature. Yeah, they're probably getting boners. Yeah, no. they might fap to it later. It's probably more, spank bank material.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's harmless.
I think strip clubs I think are harmless. I think they're just it's just like going to a movie.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like
it's very mild versus like if you hired a sex worker.
For sure.
Or like
that's way different.
Yeah, or
because I think there's a camaraderie, and then like also like that's supporting women. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're getting more money,
Yeah.
Like I think stripping's feminism in a way.
Yep. I think, yeah, it depends. You know,
It's
I know
capitalizing on the like horniness of straight males, and I think that's always a win.
Take all the straight men's money.
For sure.
Well, that's like you know, Cardi B, she used to be a stripper and she said she liked it.
Yeah.
And she's like, it was fun. She's like, you know, she got all the money and got all the things she wanted, and it can be both. Like it's I don't want to say
like
sad. I don't want to say sad, but it's not great if you have to do it to survive.
That's any job though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true.
But like stripping can't like, yeah.
Well, they have classes. They have classes. We have
males who've never stripped, but
should we take up stripping?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Let's get a poll right here.
Let's do it next episode. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do instead when we get 100 followers.
Let's strip for you.
Everyone's like unfollow.
Yeah,
just kidding.
No, I think, yeah, like because you get so much money from stripping.
Yeah,
typically. So there's this fine line. Like, yeah, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, but you have to get that much money, like I'm sure, yeah, that can be hard. But like just like any job, you know, we're all freaking working. We're all paying a fee to live on this concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cat Dahlia.
Yeah. Yeah, I get both ways. I get being respectful, like, hey, I'd prefer it if you don't go to strip clubs because we're married and I'm having a baby.
If you're uncomfortable with it.
But also on the other side of it,
that.
Yeah, please respect it. But also on the other side, if he did go, you know, because he was out with the boys, I wouldn't be like, get out of my house. I wouldn't be like, fuck you.
Right. You have to decide in that moment.
Is the fight worth it?
Is the fight worth it? Because then, yeah, you have to decide, like, is it worth creating a big hush kabash and argument over what probably was, like, the strippers aren't, like, actually having sex with them.
Yeah.
I think gay relationships in general are a lot more open-minded.
That's true.
Because we're two guys, you know, we understand that, like, men have more horniness. And so I think when it's a heterosexual couple and there's like, you know, cheating's a worry and all of this and all of that, that's a lot different because women aren't as horny typically.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so it's not as understandable. It's not as like, they're going to be a little bit more upset about it because they don't really understand it themselves. I don't understand, like, obviously the straight stripping aspect, and I guess I wouldn't go to a male strip club either. I don't know.
Should we just go and see how it is?
I mean, we've been to the saloon. There is something about the strip club that I'm like,
I think
it's giving like Dance Monkey Dance.
Well,
and I feel a little weird about it.
Right. Here's $1 dance.
Dance Monkey Dance.
I forget what I was listening to, but I think it was Sarah and Megan, and they said that they're like, strip clubs is such a weird concept because it's you going to the strip club with your bros and you're all watching these naked women and you're all getting horny together. Like, what's gayer than that? Like,
this is so true.
You're all sitting in a row next to each other with your hard dicks watching these naked women or getting a lap dance.
What's that?
So you're watching your friend get a lap dance, you know, or you pay for your friend to get a lap dance. So it's like you're watching your friend get gyrated on.
And what's that like, after party like? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
the jerk circle.
Right. Everyone takes a little quick 5-minute trip to the bathroom and they're like, all right, let's go to the next bar. And it's like, it is very masking, you know, they're like trying to cover up their gayness with the strippers, and it's like,
well, I don't know about that, but
I don't know. This is me being an asshole.
I get that there's like a camaraderie and like there's a fine line. I think like some men go to a strip club to support the women and like have fun.
That's why I would go.
It is fun. Yeah, like I would go. Yeah, exactly. And I think some women go to the strip club because it's sexy and you want to support women.
Yeah.
But then there's like, the ones that like repeat and like,
right, they're in the dark corner smoking
my favorites and they're like,
you're right. Is Shelly here today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be me. I'd be like, shake your titties. Woo!
Yeah, exactly. So it depends on the scenario. Are you the asshole? No, but
no,
you might have to. You're pregnant with this man.
You're right. But see, and then I can think of it that way too. Like, if that's his way to unwind and get away from the wife and kids, I think that's fine. He could garden, or he could, you know,
he could be
run.
a serial killer.
He could be a serial killer. If his way to unwind is to go to the strip club with the bros, whatever. Because then once it's his turn to watch the kid and you want to go to a concert, you know, or something like that, you know, it's like,
you might have to buy a stripper pole, honey.
Right. That's a great idea. Bring the stripper to him.
Yeah.
There we go.
Clank on them heels.
Get the heels with the fish, the goldfish in them.
Yeah. Cannot believe that our next episode, it will be Christmas. So it's kind of insane to know that
there's only 5 months left of winter.
There's only 10 years left of winter.
Winter's coming.
Winter's came.
Well,
yeah, thanks so much. Subscribe on YouTube. We have a goal of, if we get to 100, we will dress as drag. We only have 17 subscribers right now, so make it happen.
Spread the word. Tell your friends.
I know y'all are out there because we have like 40 followers on Instagram, 30 to 40, something like that, and we have like 30 to 40 on TikTok. And most of y'all listen on Spotify, so I know that there's people out there that haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet.
Oh, just tell 3 of your friends.
And I mean, I think if anybody listening right now actually just hits the subscribe, it's free.
Yep.
It'll be boosted. It's your service. Have you ever thought, gosh, what could I do for the gay community?
How can I support the gays for free?
We are giving you an option right now to support the gay community.
The gay rights.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Actually, it doesn't matter. If you're following, like, that's fun. But yeah, that's our goal, is 100.
Yeah, 100.
To 100 on YouTube, because that is our primary focus, is video, vlogging, podcast. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for
coming.
However you're listening.
Yep.
If it's on Spotify, whatever the frick you're doing, thank you so much. And have a wonderful frickin' week.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Flamingly Unfiltered.
Now available on Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple.
Receive updates on Instagram.
Start the week off strong with Zach and Thomas.